So I'm back with another teaser video showing you some cool stuff coming up for High Realms. If you missed the last video where I explained why we're revamping the game, definitely go check that out. It's the last video we posted. As promised, I'm going to be showing you some comparisons of the before and after of the forest, so you can check out the new forest, how it's looking. And as promised, I'm going to show you a new feature in the game, which is, it's the small things, okay? It's actually a couple features. You can see we got moving trees now. Looks so cool. So our trees have come alive, and they also drop leaves when you hit them. You know, little animations. It's the small stuff, man. But a big one a lot of you have been asking for is you were tired of using tools to break crops. So we added the F key for harvesting, so it's going to be a lot easier for you to harvest crops this way. And I think the obvious is I'm not on my island, but I'm harvesting crops. What is this magic? Yeah, we are adding public crops. And the reason is we're trying to make it so that islands are now kind of optional for the most part. And I say for the most part because you have a lot of limitations for what you can do in public islands. So for example, you can't get free seeds from wheat in public islands. You can level up, you can get money this way. It's real easy to farm. We are going to be nerfing wheat value as a result of this. And we got a lot of crops here. You'll see, you know, inside the New Haven, this is a starter island that we're working on. This is basically where everyone starts and learns how to play the game. So you can see though, we got lots of crops. So if you know someone else is hogging this crop and you can't get anything, you can always go to another one. Of course, you can still use scythes here. And we got a really cool new feature coming to farming that you're going to love. Certain crops are now going to require progression with tools for crops. So yeah, watermelon's had its time, you know, but if you want even more OP crops, you kind of have to use some new tools. And we got this whole like new system to crops coming. So just stay tuned for that. I don't really want to spoil too much, but you can finally harvest crops here in public. We're also going to have some other crops available in different islands. So if you want to be able to get maybe some carrots or things like that, we actually have some new crops coming as well to the Arctic. I'm kind of getting into spoilers, so I don't really want to say much more, but I really love this whole crop system, to being able to farm out here. This is the starter island, like I said, and the reason why we did this is the island itself, like your player island, can be very overwhelming, especially with having to teleport everywhere. And if you just want to learn like the basic mechanics of the game, this island here is for you. So you don't have to like dig around. You don't have to worry about building an island. A lot of people said they didn't really like building their own island, but they wanted to progress in the game. And I think part of it is because a lot of people just don't know how to decorate or don't really know what to build. So your island is kind of optional. The game's also going to load way faster because we have players spawning here. And the good news is we're going to also allow you to start on your island if you prefer that. So if you're an existing player and you're like, DV, no way do I want to be spawning on some island like this. I want to be on my own island when I spawn in or load the game. And yeah, that's totally an option as well. So let's go over to the forest. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. All right, so you can see on the left side here is the old forest. On the right side is the new. You'll notice a huge difference in lighting, the quality. We also have new trees. So these are trees you will be able to cut down on your island, by the way, and we are going to be adding saplings. So you can finally plant trees on your island. You don't have to use underlanes anymore. We also have these docks here. We're going to be adding a bunch of NPCs to the world, so it's not going to be empty like this. You're going to see quest givers here. We're working on the whole quest system right now. A lot of them are done. A lot of them are still in development. But we really wanted to add life to the forest. You can see there's a little campsite here. There's going to be quest givers there. We also have the Dark Fang Mire. We might be removing the level locks for zones. A little teaser, a little spoiler. But we're going to make things more interesting on level locks. So like maybe you can't get to a particular island without having certain equipment just from the terrain itself. You can see the paths right here, the dirt paths, and these do use the same textures as our blocks. So the terrain is completely custom material. You're going to see that, you know, it still feels pixelated. The trees are low poly. Yeah, it feels a little different than the old blocky trees. You can still make blocky trees on your island if you want to. On your personal island, we haven't taken that away. So when you cut these trees, you are cutting down wood blocks. And you're also getting these the same leaves as old trees. So if you don't like the new trees, you can use the old trees on your own and just build those out on your own island. We're all about giving you choices on how you want to build stuff, which is very important to me. But I love the look of this. It looks so much cleaner. It looks so much better. And the great thing is this island on the right took us days. The island on the left took us weeks. That's how fast we're able to make worlds. So it's so much easier for us to create new stuff for you. We're also going to be adding some more farmlands here. So you're going to start seeing, you know, a few crops here and there. They're not going to be as dense as the wheat. So it's going to be a little harder to find crops on the forest. So that's pretty much it for this teaser this week. I will show you some more stuff next week. Hopefully, I know I was kind of delayed. I'm sorry. It took me a little longer than I planned. Okay. But maybe I'll show off the mire next week. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.